Hello everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Alex. Welcome to my poker series. Look, I don't know what this is or what it will turn out to be. Could be my first and last video, who knows. I intend to share with you guys my knowledge of the game and experience I've gained over the last 9 years, 6 of which I've classified myself as a professional, not having worked. So 2019 was when I had my last job at a pharmacy, and then the last 6 years I've purely relied on poker as my income. Guess the main goal of this first video is going to be reviewing some hands I've been playing online. I've kind of taken a break from live. I do play live on the most part, but I don't know, the last maybe month or so I've just been playing online, just over people, and kind of want some time to myself just to, reflect on things. Hence, have a little bit of extra time to make these videos. So I've a bit about my online history is I've played over 1.2 million hands online, primarily 4-card PLO, and since 2022 more 5-card PLO. I've played on Stars back in the day, then Ignition, U-Poker, X-Poker, and PP. PPPoker's been the main big one that I've made a lot of money from. Just because I get a very good rakeback deal and the games are super soft. I used to play as small as 2 cents, 5 cents, and all the way up to 3-6. Live, on the other hand, I usually play Hold'em, a little bit more finesse to the game, and I don't know, I like a little bit of chilled, not having to what am I trying to say? I guess like Hold'em for me, I don't know, it's a little bit more easy, in a sense. Like, it's less stress. Play 1-2 and all the way up to 5-5-10 and 5-10-20 when it comes to Hold'em. There was a 9-month stretch in 2022, I remember. I was playing a big PLO5 game. I was getting staked for that, and I probably made a little bit shy of 200k. And I guess for that size game, it was not that big, I guess. But we can talk about more about that in another video. So on PP, the main game I play is 5-card single board Bombpots. I do occasionally play double board and normal PLO5, but I do prefer single board just because there's a lot of action and people make big blunders for big stacks at those games as opposed to Hold'em. So if you don't know what Bombpot is, everyone chucks in an ante randomized at 5 big blinds to 10 big blinds, and everyone goes straight to the flop. There's no pre-flop action. I play anywhere from 20 cents, 40 cents up to 3-6, like I said, depending on where the action is at. One thing of note though is that the stake that you are playing in these games, it's actually like 1 to 1.5 times bigger than what you'd think it is. In saying that, like, let's say you're playing a 50 cents a dollar game, it actually plays more like a $1, $2, maybe even $2, $4, depending on who's on the table. So it can get very juicy, and yeah. Oh. But another thing to know is that when the SPR is low, you can't build a stack. You can lose 6 binds in an orbit. So it's happened to me multiple times where, the game kind of forces you to get it in, and you're playing one orbit and you're down 600 binds. Sorry, 600 big blinds. 600 big blinds, which is pretty ridiculous. So this is not something that you see in Hold'em. So we're going to review some hands that I've been playing online, and we're going to focus on flopping top set with the nuts. So Sorry, flopping a nuts with top set. Meaning you flop top set, there's no straight and there's no flush available to beat you yet. And you have the current nuts. So something interesting about top set as well is that pocket sevens is the smallest pair you can have that can flop top set where it's the nuts. So specifically on 7-4 deuce and 7-3 deuce. And if you go down one, pocket sixes, there's no flop that's available where you can flop the nuts. Like obviously barring 6 deuce deuce, but you know, you lose to quads, so still second nuts. There's no flop that can come when you have pocket sixes and you have the nuts. That is top boat, not quads. I don't want people to get technical. So let's start this first hand we got here. So we're 500 big blinds deep with just nuts. We are going to see a flop. This is interesting here. We flop top set here. We have a backdoor nut flush draw as well. The thing I don't like about this hand is we have a 9. We don't want a 9. We want other people to have pocket 9s. And if we do run into like a hand like a wrap, we kind of want clean cards to boat up as well. So it's a good hand. Obviously we have top set. It's 10-9 deuce rainbow, but it could be better. We could have some better backup with this. So let's see what happens. We have a lead from Mr. Fold'em. Just nuts just calls. Here we can elect to raise, but look, we're so deep with just nuts, and thing about position is being able to play turns and rivers is where you get your edge in this game. So we elect to call. We want to protect our calling range as well. We don't just want to call here with, you know, 2 pairs and straight draws, and like maybe we have like a ace jack 8. We can call here as well. So I have a bunch of stuff that we can call. So we got to protect that calling range by having some top sets as well. So I have an all-in from Octagon, which opens up the action, and now we get a call and a repot from Just Nuts. This, it's an okay spot. We're not loving it. I mean, we're never folding. We can never fold here, but we're just so deep, yeah. But we kind of just got to get it in, yeah. So tank a bit, all in, and what do we run into? We run into bottom set from Mr. Fold'em. That's good for us. Octagon has 9s, even though we blocked that, still has 9s. But look what Just Nuts has. Just Nuts has the full wrap. I probably skipped the video a bit too far, but that hand on the flop, that's us, set over set over set, and we have top 2 as well, like top 2 with our top set. We're fucked. Like the equities, we're fucking cooked. Yeah. But anyways, comes clean, and it's good that we scoop a 1300 big blind pot. So yeah, that's the first hand. Like, I mean, how much are we loving sticking in just top set, 1 backdoor flush draw? Just want to see that again. Look at his hand versus our hand. The hand combinations, like, this is what I mean. Like, the game forces you to get it in, and you're not loving it. You're not loving it. But you're never folding either. Alright, on to the next one. Which one was it? So, this one. So we flop top set again. Jacks on Jack 10-3. We have everyone covered. SPR SPR is roughly 6, yeah? Sorry, roughly 10. 10 SPR. 5.5 with 9 with Warlock, and 10 and 11 with the other two bigger stacks. Other three bigger stacks. So we've got some playability. That's what I'm gonna say. Got backdoor second nut flush draw, top set, and a gut shot. But not the nut gutter, second nut gutter. So yeah, somewhat of a redraw. It's okay. Let's see what happens. Gotta check. Warlock decides to bet, Nils to pills and calls, Grizzly calls, we overcall. Now the thing about overcalling here, obviously the sensible thing most people would think is just whack it here. You just pot the flop. But we have position. We want to play turns and rivers. We want to see what they do. We can be dominated by a bunch of hands. There are actually, we'll go back on this flop. On this flop, there are 4 wraps available. Ace, King, Queen, King, Queen 9, Queen 9, 8, and 9, 8, 7. There's 3 wraps available. We block, the King and the 9 in our hands, obviously good removal for blocking the wraps. We don't have a 10 or a 3 in our hand. Obviously they can have 10s or 3s. But yeah, we actually want to play turns in position just because we've got a little bit of playability. Like if the SPR was smaller, I think it's just whack. But since we've got some playability, I elected to flat, obviously to protect our flatting range as well. Now we get a clean turn, but it's actually not a clean turn if you think about it, because we don't have any spades in our hand. And someone's got a flush draw. They could have ace, king, queen with queen high spades. Not even enough spades. Ace, king, queen, king high spades. They're almost flipping with us with 1 card to come. That's the sickness of the game. So as clean of that card is, we still have the nuts, but people have picked up equity on this card. 100%. 4-handed, 5-handed, but there's a lock pot. Someone has picked up spades. 100%. We got a lead call. Now we actually, since it's same logic as the flop, we actually want to play rivers in position. When we overcall here, what does our hand look like? It looks like we could be on a draw as well. So when the board pairs and we bet, let's say it's check toss, the board pairs and we bet, it looks like we're bluffing. It looks like we definitely could be bluffing and misdraw. And like I said, we want to protect our calling range, so we can't always just flat here with draws. We have to flat here with some top sets as well. And being in position, I think, is a good spot to do it. We've still got some playability. SPR of like 2. So we're going to flat and see what happens. Now Warlock comes over the top with a check raise. Obviously, we're not loving it, but not hating it either. We just got to get it in. We're not folding. Same as the last hand, we're not folding. But we just kind of got to roll the dice and see what happens. See what these two, if these two come in, they're probably going to have draws. So let's just commit it. Okay, they both fold. We get it in, and what does he have? He has 10, 10, 9, 6, 3. And the other guy's a 10. So Warlock was drawing dead. Always good to get it in, and you have 100% equity. For the side pot anyways, I think the candy had a gutter, a little small gutter. But yeah, we were effectively had the pot locked. So yeah, how big was that pot? It was like 700 big blind pot. Yeah, just like that. Easy days. All right, one more hand. So, what's this one? This one. I think this one's the most interesting hand I played for a while. So what do we have? We flop top set on ace, jack, 6, rainbow. We have 1 backdoor nut flush draw, but the nut flush draw we have 3 hearts. so it's probably unlikely going to come in. It's always good flopping top set. We have a 6 in our hand, which is not that great. We want them to have 6s, but besides that, yeah, it's whatever's. Bet. System CR wants to bet, and we have an all-in, but doesn't open up action. Here, same logic as before. That's just how we're going to play our top sets, is we're going to play it in position, and out of position, I'm probably just going to check raise and just mitigate position with disadvantage and just like rip it. But in position, we're so deep as well. Jeez, we're like SPR like 12, where he had 550 bigs to start the hand. So we've got a lot of playability. Gonna call. Turn is an interesting one. So when system CR leads to flop, I range him on 4 types of hands. So he's got pocket 6s, he's got ace jack, he's got jacks, and he's got the king queen 10 wrap. That's basically what people lead flops with in this game. Maybe you get like a spastic who leads, top and bottom or bottom 2, but on the most part, if they're not completely retarded, they're gonna have pocket 6s, ace jack, jacks, and the king queen 10. But since we have ace 6 in our hand, we really block the ace jack and the 6s. So the thing about ace jack is there's many combos of ace jack left. It seems like there's only one combo of pocket 6s, but that's actually incorrect, because I talked about this with one of my mates actually, who he he had to explain this to me, is that when you have you think there's one combo of 6s here, there's actually no, because you can have 6-6 queen 7-3, 6-6 queen 7-4, 6-6 queen 7-5, and so on, because there's 5 cards. There's actually many combos of pocket 6s if you think about it in that perspective. But anyways, enough ranting. So if we range him on ace jack 6s, pocket jacks, and king queen 10, this king's not the best card because the king queen 10 obviously comes in. But now he checks. Once he checks, I think this is the green light to start getting some value. We don't want to give a hand like jack 10 or ace jack 10 or ace jack queen or jack queen, which picked up a gutter, a free river. We don't want that. We can still get called by worse. We can get called by jacks. We can get called by, ace jack 10, ace jack queen, just doesn't believe us and just wants to peel. So we elect to bet 2/3. Could go smaller. I don't think you can go bigger. You definitely can't pot this. Our hand is a little bit weird. We're kind of betting it like we have a straight, but we don't have a straight. We have top set. So we're still gonna bet because, like I said, we don't want to give free gutters to a lot of hands. And this player pool are gonna check raise their nuts, or they're going to bet their nuts, and not enough of them are gonna check raise. So we're gonna do the exploit and bet. People do not check raise nuts here, nowhere near enough as they should. So system CR calls, and this is an interesting one. So of the hands that we named, pocket 6s, ace jack, jacks, and king queen 10. We already ruled out king queen 10. He's got ace jack, jacks, or 6s. We have ace 6 in our hand. This is a very, very weird river. Let's see what happens. He tanks and checks. Now I'm thinking here, what do we want to get called by? We're just targeting pocket 6s, which we block, and ace jack. What do we want to get called by? And how much do we want to bet? I don't know. How much would you bet? You let me know. Pause the video right here and see what would you do in this spot once you check 2. We check and he has quads. I think this guy got owned. So yeah, my breakdown is yeah, it's exactly like I said. It's just we're primarily targeting jacks on the turn. Maybe some ace jack, but we block ace jack. And our hand, it's actually so weird because the way he played it, I've been in the spot as well. You're like a deer in the headlights when you hit gin on the river. You don't know what to do, so you just check. But like my hand, from his perspective, our range is actually perceived as like a straight. I would lead if I was him. If he led, I'm gonna raise. I'm not just flatting. I don't think I'm gonna flat. But when he checks, I think it just smells wrong. It smells wrong. So yeah, we just check and lose the minimum. Put money in when we're in front and check when we're behind. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Look, I don't know what's gonna happen to this. Maybe I'll make another one. Who knows? Hope you enjoyed. Catch you later.